In this video, we're going to learn how to use a four-quadrant graph. So a four-quadrant graph is what you need whenever you try and graph something that has both positive and negative values. So first, let's make an example of this four-quadrant graph and label some important parts of it. So first, we're going to start with that normal graph that we are used to that just has that one quadrant. So go ahead and draw it with me now. We don't need to make it too big. Label your X and Y, and then number it. Just by ones, please. And we've learned that if we wanted to graph on this, if we wanted to graph the point 5, 2, we would go over 5 and up 2. Now, what if instead I wanted to graph the point -5, 2? Well, that would mean that for my x value, I had a negative number. Unfortunately, we know that the axes of a graph are just number lines. So we're going to extend this number line back. Do it with me. And we can number it just like we would a number line. So on the other side of 0 is -1, then -2, etc. Just if it distracts you, you can like hold up a hand or pretend that this top part up here is just not there so that you can see that the bottom part is just a number line. Of course it is there, so we're going to leave it there. But if it helps you picture it. Like so. And so now once I have that, I can graph -5, 2. Should be over here. Now what if a y value is 0? Well, we can expand our y line down as well. Same idea. And on the other side of 0 would once again be -1. Numbers get a little bit tight in there, but that's okay. Normally you don't label the zeros when you're making a four-quadrant graph, and that helps clean things up a little bit. So once I have my y's into negative, then I could graph, let's say, -3, 4. That would be right here. -3, -4. Or I could graph 2, -3. Which would go like that. 2, -3. Make sure you have all those examples on your graph. And then a four-quadrant graph has special names for each quadrant. So the one that we're used to working in is called quadrant 1. Label it with me now. Quadrant 1. And when we do quadrants, we label them with Roman numerals. So that's quadrant 1. Looks like an I, but it's a Roman numeral 1. And then quadrant 2 is counterclockwise. So right over here. And then quadrant 3 is down below. And finally, quadrant 4. And that 4 is an IV. Make sure you have all these labeled. You are responsible for knowing which quadrants are which for this unit. Okay, so now I want you to make another four-quadrant graph from scratch this time. Make all 4 quadrants. Label them by ones, please. And then check and see if you did it right. How does yours look? Did you go bigger numbers to the right and smaller numbers to the left? Now let's go ahead and plot some points. I'm going to write down 4 points that I want you to graph. All right, go ahead and graph these 4 points and label each one as what it is. Did you put -1, -4 down in the spot that I marked as A? -3, 0, that one belongs on the x-axis right there. I'll label that one B. And then 5, -4 lives right down here. Let's call that one C. And finally, 0, 2 lives on the y-axis. We can call that one D. For your practice problem today, I want you to add a couple more points. I want you to add A, B, C, D. I want you to add points E and F to our graph. I want you to add point E at -5, -3. And I want you to add point F at 4, 0. We will check these in class tomorrow.